Hey,
Hey, we're back. We're back. Hey, long time chasing this guest. This is kind of fun, man.
I've been chasing you guys. I reached out. I sent you a birthday wish. I'm like, man, get me on the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Kole Carter here in a couple different ways. I mean, the guy's kind of coming back home. Southern Ohio guy. He's been in Cleveland, coaching football at Brunswick.
Grew up right down the road.
Yeah. And he's been at Gallia Academy before as the head coach, and now he's coming back to coach at the University of Rio Grande as the recruiting coordinator and D coordinator as well.
Yes, sir. That's correct. Right.
And congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you, guys. And I want to make sure, being in Jackson, I'm very transparent. I am not from Gal Police. I'm from Thurman, right? That's that.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you clarified that.
I want to make sure.
There's a part. I like you more now.
I didn't know if there's pitchforks or what was going on out there, so I didn't know if I was trapped or set up. But
even though that game is gone.
Yeah, it's coming back. It's coming back.
Wasn't much of a game, but it'll get there.
For now, that game's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, they've got some rebuilding to do.
Yeah, and I hope they can. I hope
they get there because
they've got a phenomenal head coach who's going to do everything he can.
I agree.
An awesome guy.
But at one time, that was as bad blood, not bad blood, but just
big rivalry
as it gets.
Right.
Like, I mean, boy.
Cole, did you go to River Valley or Gallia?
I went to Gay Academy, so I graduated.
So
Gay
you
Academy
understand that, right?
Yeah, we got thumped pretty good, but we were in that rivalry. The Twitter leading up to that game was probably a little bit more competitive. Well,
I mean, we're coming from the '90s, man, and your dad was on the sideline up there. I mean, hey, that was we traded off and on with them. Every sport, my goodness.
21-18 in my senior year Apple Bowl.
Yep. Remember, really quickly, you guys know who has the all-time lead in that, right? Gallia Academy Jackson. You know who's got that in football.
Gallia
does. Few games.
Yeah, by like 4, isn't it?
I think it's 4 or 5,
Yeah. We're hoping to close that gap.
Yeah, they
and if you're talking to Andy Hall, he's going to tell you, well, you ducked us for a decade, What happened? It doesn't matter. Numbers are numbers. They don't lie.
Stats are stats.
Hey, facts are stubborn,
That's
man.
Right.
Well, I tell you, man, I'll let Chad take the lead, but I cannot, we had Quincy on the show. Right. Unfortunately, Quincy had to move on from Rio Grande football. But after that, I got to be honest, I kind of didn't really pay attention to it as much as I would have because I really liked Quincy. Whenever he was on the show, I thought he was a phenomenal guy. Yeah. I'm still like social media buddies with him,
Right. Yeah.
And but now I can tell you, man, I'm pretty jacked up about Rio football.
Well, I think, man, this hire and everything, and I'm not saying anything bad about their, the past. But man, they brought some juice with this hire.
This was.
This is. This is. I think it's well rooted in the location of the university,
and so is the coach.
And well, that's what I mean, man. I mean, this is. They took a Southern Ohio guy that had been to the top level.
Highest level of football.
Yeah. And then what he keeps doing is like everything that happens, you're just like, man, this guy is playing the cards right. Yeah. I mean, he's got local guys. He's got young guys, a lot of energy.
I've already signed up for the camp. I bought Gibbs' ticket to the camp.
I thought you meant yourself. I was going to say.
My son's
I got
12.
a couple years of eligibility.
I love it.
When is it? July 16th. I saw you've already got that in the works.
Right.
And I mean, it's like, man, all of a sudden, boom, with one move like that, you guys already have wheels in motion.
Right. I think the most important thing to say about Mike Bartram is he's one of the most humble and modest guys. He doesn't like talking about himself. But for us as a university, whenever we come out and we're recruiting, we've got to sell him. We have brand new facilities, a brand new weight room, which is state of the art.
Do you have a brand new weight room?
Oh, it's awesome. It's phenomenal.
Where is it?
It is right in front of Bob Evans Farm Hall. If you go back behind that parking lot, right adjacent from the soccer field, right down the hill from the Lions Center. I mean, it's state of the art.
I haven't seen it. I'm there.
You guys got to get down there.
Are they turning that into a field house, Cole?
So the field house is done. The field house is completed. They just delivered the lockers a couple days ago. So the lockers are being installed. We had a recruiting day. We couldn't actually take the people into that recruiting day because they were installing those lockers. That'll be done in a week. So
is that same building as the weight room?
No, it's separate. So if you go down the hill from the Lions Center where the practice soccer field, rugby team currently uses that as their game field.
Yeah.
Right behind the softball field, going out towards 325 and Patriot. It's right there.
That's where the field house.
That's where the field house is. It's completed, and that's where the stadium's going to be eventually. And the goal is to have that stadium there 2027.
Is this like towards the old pit?
Yeah, it's the pit. Yeah.
The pit. That's where that is.
Right behind the softball field, down the hill from the Line Center.
Okay.
So, I mean, you think about, we're going to have a spring game there, April 18th on campus.
That's great.
We're going to have people come out of their dorms, put up blankets on that hillside, maybe get some portable bleachers and just have the community come out and check us out, just practice.
Well, you've made some tremendous recruiting moves with these local guys. And by the way, before we move too far, we got to give shout out Charlie Woodard.
Oh, yeah. Shout out.
Great family.
Big fan of his dad.
Me and him talked about this yesterday. You guys may have picked one of the most underrated athletes in Southern Ohio.
Yeah.
Maybe we talked about it possibly in Jackson high school history.
In a while.
Got so much room to grow. And I'm asking Andy, I'm like, hey, you going to throw the ball to that cat or what's going on?
Dude, not only that, he could really had some tremendous defensive secondary
he's
plays.
An awesome defensive player.
I mean, if it wasn't for Charlie Woodard, I don't know that Jackson does as well last year on the deep ball.
Right.
Oh, he's a glue guy, man.
Yeah.
Center fielder, man. He covers a lot of ground.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, big span, big wingspan.
And the thing about that, man, is, and I see you picked up a kid from Berg and some of those too. Yeah. I've known something about, but the thing about like kids like Woodard, man, those are program guys.
100%.
I mean, you're bringing him in. The only problem you'll have is where do you play him? And he'll do whatever you ask him. You'd be like, hey, dude, we're moving you to tackle. He'll be like, all right, man.
Right, I'll do
Let's
it.
go.
Yeah. That's the one thing that was missing, I feel like, in my position as the director of recruiting. Like, we have to have good relationships with high school coaches. I don't want to hear what your trainer has to say that sees you once a week. I don't want to hear what mom and dad have to say. I want to hear what your high school coach has to say about you.
Yeah.
And obviously, me and Andy have a phenomenal relationship. I've known him since I was 11 years old. He used to be, just scalping me for money with that quarterback. And I ended up playing linebacker in college. But, so I was at his quarterback training. And I text Andy when I first got the job. I'm like, hey, man, you got any guys you think are underrated? You think this person can come and help us? And the first person he texted was Charlie Woodard. And I even asked him about a couple other kids. He's like, listen, man, Charlie Woodard is somebody that is versatile, like you said, got a great family, is going to buy into what you guys are selling. He's a culture kid.
He could play any sport down there.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, he's a special talent and just a better kid. We talk to mom and dad. We get them in there with our one-on-one meetings and just lay out the plan and what we see him as, and they're all on board. I mean, he signed up that day.
Great family.
It was
awesome.
a 10-minute conversation, and by the end of it, he was all the way in.
I was so excited to see that because that was a kid that you just really needed to just at least go try that next level.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was that good.
Well, what I'm excited about, man, you start you sprinkle in a few of these Southern Ohio kids, man. It gets real exciting to get down there on a Saturday to see them.
That's sort of bringing community together that we really have never seen. Can you imagine? You're going to get to know these Wheelersburg fans. You're going to get to know these Ironton people. All these people from down here are going to come together and root for one for a change.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to tell what could spin off out of that.
We could talk a lot about these guys we're signing, but there's a couple kids we're really, really, excited about. We talk about Kenyon Evans at Wheelersburg, who's coming off a state championship game, projects probably as a corner for us, but is a very dynamic guy with the ball in his hands. And talked to Robbie Woodward about him, and Robbie said, he's a little bit underestimated and doesn't have a lot of stuff going on. He's in a situation he can run track there as well, so that's another way we market our program. He's second in the state in long jump. He's a 22.5 long jump guy. Sign him up, Coach Paxton. Hey, if you don't want him, I'll start a freaking club track team.
We'll compete against you.
And then Austin Bisher, his dad's been the head coach at West Jet for 21 years.
Sean.
Sean is a phenomenal
I was real
dude.
excited to see that.
I mean, Sean is awesome. And Sean, I tell him, he's not a helicopter parent at all. And he's, hey, I'll help you as much as you want, but if you ever want me to tell you shut up, and I call him all the time, hey, you got guys in the area you play against. He's done it for so long. He knows kids that are going to pan out and that have the resiliency and the fortitude to make it through a tough time, which is college football camp. It's difficult.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey, so let's start right here, Cole. Okay, you're the director of recruiting, probably one of the most important positions on the staff because you're the one going to the grocery store, man, and getting these guys in. Rio they've had one season under their belt. Tough year this year, but I mean, I don't know how high expectations were early on in a program. What is your approach? How does Coach Bartram, how do you guys come in here? How do you build this thing?
Right.
What are you guys looking for?
So new age recruiting, perception is reality. So before people get on campus, the first thing they see is your social media page, right? So we've outsourced our social media page. We're trying really hard to hit the graphics where kids are committing, they're signing, we're giving them something to post. They're getting offered, we're giving them something to post. We're ahead of schedule on the camp dates. We're getting high school 7-on-7s. We're doing everything we possibly can to market our program at face value first, right? What you see from the outside before you get in. So that's been our
Did
first
you lead
goal.
that charge?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. And we reached out to a guy that was a Brunswick graduate, does some work for the Columbus Blue Jackets and some other teams like Kent State, and just does a really good job.
You just hand him your Facebook and Instagram, and
I just say, hey, can you make a post for this kid that signed for us yesterday? Right.
Oh, so he's doing your banners.
He's doing everything, right? Doing everything, doing our Twitter headers, doing our Facebook profile pictures.
Yeah.
All those things. That way, we don't have a lot of time because at small universities, we're wearing a lot of hats. I mean, we're the strength conditioning coach, defense coordinator.
Well, let's back up a second.
Right.
Let's address the elephant in the room. This is year 2.
Right.
This is not like you guys just came into a well-oiled machine.
So that's the thing too. I think at the NAI level, you guys would be surprised at how quick you can turn a program around. And I'm not trying to.
What about funding? Like how are they justifying the investment into football?
Right. Since Ryan Smith's been the president there, I don't know if there's been as much growth in a small school in the entire country, right? Like he has done a phenomenal job. We are number one in enrollment in the university's history. Brand new dorm complex, which is apartment style living, Trinity, which is just phenomenal. We have people walk into that weight room. I mean, I went to Moorhead for a year. I went to CAP for 3 years. That's better than a lot of D1 AA, D2, D3 weight rooms. Field house is state of the art. He's in our office every single day. Like I said, whenever I left the office, he's in there with Coach Bartram.
Great.
And at small schools, if you have administrative support, you've got a real shot to be successful. Yeah. So since we've been there, the AD, the compliance director, Brandon Bias is the assistant AD. Scott Morrissey is the compliance director, who's been a super successful national champion soccer coach there for 20 plus years. Those guys want to see football be successful. They haven't been standoffish. They've been nothing but helpful. They've been willing to offer their time, and they want to see it get off the ground. That's the biggest thing for us.
So, I mean, are you guys running into any? Maybe you know this. You don't know this yet. I mean, this is all within the last 3 months you've been there,
right?
Yeah,
I've been there for a month, so I'm really going on 5 weeks.
Yeah, so there's some stuff you may not know, like how. Right. I mean, we talked a lot about this with Quincy. Mm-hmm. A football team. There's very few sport. I don't know of any sport that would cost as much to. Whatever you will call it, to host. Or
I mean, you got equipment costs and all that kind of stuff, but then the human resource that it takes to run a football team is not comparable to any other sport that they currently have. I mean, you're going to bring a team of probably 70 to 90.
I mean, we had 92 on campus when we got there. We had 11 that had some great issues that we end up removing from the team. That way they can make sure they're taking care of their business in the classroom. But we have 81 right now on our roster in a weight room every day. Our goal is to get up to 125. We're allowed to keep 150. Like you said, we probably don't have the resources for 150. Right. We don't want a bunch of guys standing at practice doing nothing.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. Just in equipment, easy $250,000.
Right.
Just in pads and cleats, because I mean everything's paid for at college. Like right.
And the most important thing is to understand who our head coach is. I mean, who our head coach is. Who some guys on the staff are. Like there are a lot of people in this community that are willing to help if they know things are going in the right direction. If they know the trajectory of the program's on the right path, and people are there for the right reasons. Like I'm from 5 minutes down the road from University of Rio Grande.
Me too.
Like if Rio had football, I might have thought about going there. Right. Mike Bartram's from 30 minutes up the road from Meigs County. We are Southeast Ohio guys. We don't have a goal to obviously I've got goals for myself, but right now all of our eggs are in this basket. We need this to be successful for us to be successful, know?
Well, how long, I mean, you're from the area, Chad's from the area, how long have we always heard about, the possibility, not that they were thinking of it, but like, there was always the talk, well, if Rio had football, and there was a piece of it that was kind of like a joke. Some
people like to say it, but I mean, I remember often when I was coaching here at Jackson, we would talk about, man, think how many kids we've had that like try to go to school somewhere.
Right.
It doesn't work out. They come back home and then they still want to play. And it's like, man, if there was some place locally that could suck those guys up. Wow.
How many of us, I mean, my hand included, how many of us went down to Rio and spent a quarter a year, and then just decided, I don't know.
Yeah.
But think of if you would have had that atmosphere like another college that has all those sports like that, and that excitement and that buy-in, and if you were playing, how that could have led you right down that path.
I mean,
it's
like
going to
I
be
said,
nothing but a great thing.
I just feel like there's a lot of juice behind it.
Oh man, it's exciting.
People, when they named Mike, man, I can only speak like locally here.
Yep.
There was immediate excitement.
Right. And there should be. And this
Yeah.
is the biggest thing for us financially. We can be competitive with any D2 or D3 in a country, right? Like I went to Capital University, thank God for my parents instilling academics in me and helping me out financially with some things, but I would have been paying, $19,000 probably a year out of pocket just to go there. And then you're talking about being $60,000, $70,000 in debt. And that's as someone on a presidential scholarship. There's people going to Heidelberg and Ohio Northern, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those programs at all, but some people just don't have the ends meet to make that happen. You're talking about going in debt $150,000. Well, the cool thing about University of Rio Grande, hey, we're community school rates the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? We don't go to a private school rate until your last two. So you could, like you said, if you're going to do something, finish what you start at the end of the day. But if you find out year 1, year 2, football's not for you, you get an associate's degree, and then you want to move on. There's people that I coached at high school and Gay Academy making 6 figures welding, and I'm the dummy,
Oh, yeah.
beating my head off the wall trying to unlock the 25th hour. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Is this your main job? So you go to Rio every day?
Every day I go to Rio. I work at AP Prep with Jason on Mondays and Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
So
Monday, Saturday. What class are you running?
I run high school, college, and then I also run some youth groups.
Okay.
Yep. But enjoy it, man. And Jason's just someone that gives me energy to be around. Just like Mike Bartram, like you're around those guys, they're high achievers, they're 1%ers. They make you better, right? I mean, if you're a young guy like me and you see the success and the sustained success that these guys have had and didn't have a lot of help starting off, they're kind of doing it on their own accord. I mean, that's inspiring, man. It's inspiring.
Jason, I'm really good friends with Jason Prater. I've been friends with him for a long time. So here I go. I can tell you a story about the guy, about how hard he gets after it, that people wouldn't even know. Like, this is not a guy that's sitting around right now probably watching a ball game. He's got his head in something right now.
Right.
Okay. It's 7:30 on a Wednesday. He's right now he's doing some sort of work. I walk in a coffee shop in Chillicothe at like 3:30 in the afternoon. There's Prater tucked away in the corner so nobody could see him, just taking caffeine to the face, head deep in a laptop. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm trying to design this software company,
This man's so busy, he's got tiers to his phones. Like you might be on phone 1 of his contact list. You might be on phone 2. You might not have his contact at all. It's hard to reach. You're like Batman sometimes, man. What are you doing here? You gotta put a signal in the sky to get him out.
Yeah.
But you're around a great group over there. They make things happen. Right. Whenever we first got going, they fed us a ton of gas, and still do, as far as that goes. But Jason's a great guy. Surround yourself, and he will be great for that Rio Grande program.
Oh,
as well.
100%. I mean, we have recruits on campus, and we get to utilize Weight Room Coach in real time. I'm projecting our program on a TV screen. I'm asking.
Tell us about Weight Room Coach. Tell Chad about it. Do you know much about Chad?
So Weight Room Coach is super. I mean, it's just so time and cost efficient, right? Like, we can use it as an entire university. Now, we just use it for the football program, but it has access to add all the programs. We have 91 kids on our roster. We test our kids in. Once we test them in, it projects all of their maxes, everything that they need to do. It's an individualized workout that matches them and meets them where they are. So, like, if my buddy's doing 225 on bench press and I'm a weakling, I just started, I'm doing 135, but I'm ego lifting. Okay, let's say I got my first set of bench is 12 reps. Okay. Well, we're all on the whistle at Rio. We're all tempo. We all want to be on the same tempo. We're not letting guys skip reps. Well, if I'm doing 40% of my 1 rep max, okay, I can move that 10 reps pretty quickly. But if I'm ego lifting and my one guy's 40% is my 80%, and I'm trying to do that, and I can't follow a coach on a whistle, you're not really getting any gains, right? You're missing out on so many reps. How do we track your progress? Weight Room Coach testing all their progress. I mean, we'll do a 9-week cycle, and then we'll test them out, and we can see everything analytic-wise, how much they improved on every compound lift, every movement we do, and their percentages.
Runs, everything.
Like, we'll have a recruit on campus, and I'm like, okay, you want to commit? Okay, I'll add you to Weight Room Coach. And now, like when I was in college, your strength conditioning coach would print you off a packet and say, all right, we'll see you in 6 weeks. Well, now in real time, we can see if those kids are inputting their stats, right? If they're following our program, if they're going in every day and checking their list. It's a pretty special thing that, if I'm a high school or a college coach, I'm finding a way to get it. One thing that competes with them is kind of team builder, but this is so much more user-friendly, and we're going to support locally. Like, I'm not trying to talk to a bunch of guys and call 3 phone numbers to get to one person. Like,
No.
Jason has people on deck that understand exactly how that is programmed, and if anything goes wrong, anything's bugged, he'll fix it in one phone call. It's just awesome. It's so user-friendly, and I've had it every program that I've been at, and I feel like for us, like, it's indispensable. We got to have it.
So it's and Jason's kind of told me a little bit about this. It's a great way for the coach to assist. Like, it will manage for you, but it gives you something to coach to.
Right. It gives you the freedom, and it has exercise libraries if you don't know how to do certain movements, because we're not certified strength conditioning coaches. Like, I want to draw up an overfront. Like, I don't want to do all the bells and whistles that comes into the weight room, but this is geared towards taking all that away from you. It's a strength coach in itself. As long as you're well versed in how you run the software, I mean, it can save you hours a week, hours.
Well, and I think a really nice piece to it, particularly I would think in the college ranks, is it gives you eyes as to their activity.
Right.
I mean, not that you're wanting to check up on them, but I mean, hey,
it's important.
Well, heck yeah, it is.
And are you monitoring yourself? Yeah. Are you invested in what we're doing here?
Well, I think it tells you a lot about a guy. I think it tells you a lot about a guy if he's not entering his numbers,
right.
man.
Yeah, 100%. And you can also, if you're a high school coach, you can remove that edit access, because when I was in high school, I probably would have said I was 6'2", 405 pounds. Like, kind of BSing a little bit. So it gives you the option to do those things, and it tailors to what you want to accomplish as a program. I can't say enough about it. Like, it's gonna pay dividends on Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me. I mean, he's been excited about it, and he's got something else going on. I don't know what it is. There's another.
He's always got something going on.
It's another software type of.
I feel bad sometimes, because it's like the government will have all this super cool stuff, and you can't go back there and see it. And if you tell anybody, you're going to get gone. So I don't like to talk about a lot of Jason Prater. He's got his hands and feet in a lot of things, man.
Yeah, he does. He
got it.
Yeah, God love him.
Right.
So, but no, I can't be just overall more excited. I think, tell me also too about how's your experience been playing down here? Like, what's the plans there? Are they going to try to do it another year? How long until you guys get a field? Obviously, is that in the sights? Because, I mean, man, it's going to be hard to build that.
Yeah. I mean, 2027 is our goal. This is our last year that we want to be at Jackson. Obviously things change, but we want to stick to a plan, and we want to get there. And it sounds like, talking to the president, that's a very realistic opportunity for us. So, how
big a place you think they'll build? How many seats?
I mean, so I think Jackson seats 8,000. I want to say something roughly to that. I know I was at Brunswick and we were 9,000. So very similar. And that's, first off, that program is nicer than a lot of small colleges. Anyways, what Jackson has is phenomenal. And
where does that rank? There's always things like, hey, this is nicer than most colleges. You've been at both. What would you say? Where would you say that?
I mean, that's one of the best fields in the state of Ohio by far.
Yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, I think it's really nice. I'm not diminishing it at all, but like, it puts us at a level where, I mean, we'll never have to be embarrassed by it.
Not at all. I mean, who wants to go there? You guys run a phenomenal football program, and let's be honest, let's be realistic. It's not recruiting or anything, but that draws kids to want to go and be in your program. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, Cruz Wanley leaves Gallipolis and goes to Jackson, and pretty good quarterback. Austin Osborne might be one of the best football players in high school that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, a very, very special
the 30th
talent.
person to tell me that.
Used to love watching that cat play. But getting back to us, like, our goal is to be on campus in 27. We're going to play our first spring game April 18th there. We want people to come out, line the hillside with blankets.
April 18th.
Bring a freaking pop-up chair. It doesn't make a difference. Just come and watch the game. If we got to go old cow pasture style, like that Friday Night Lights episode.
That's awesome.
Let's do it, man. Yeah. Right? And we got rugby post still, so it's going to make it more difficult for our kickers. They're kickers, come on.
I mean, hey, another fabulous point. To my knowledge, that rugby, Rio rugby team, they're a bunch of savages too.
Yeah, you should see those guys in the weight room, man. They get after
it. Well, but they just started that program since we've been doing the podcast.
Yeah.
We had their first coach on there.
Yeah.
4 years, right?
And
didn't they already go for like a national championship or something?
Yeah, I can't speak on them. I'm not well versed enough.
It seems as though they've been successful.
They've been very successful.
Right. Those guys
so,
in the weight room get after it.
So I mean, they've been very successful. My point with that is hey, don't underestimate Rio Grande.
Oh my God, the moves they're making right now. My hat's off to President Smith.
Yeah,
you talk about consistency and longevity. Brad Warnemont, I was the best man at his son's wedding 6 months ago, right? He's been there for 20 plus years and was a head coach at Ashland at one point. Yeah. Scott Morsey's been there for 20 plus years. Ryan Airwood, the basketball coach, is an alumni there, right? I mean, they're hiring the right type of people that are going to build some consistency. If you're looking to go to a college, you don't want to go somewhere where even at the G4 and Power 5 level, those coaches are looking for the what's next, right?
Yeah.
Like, how can I get out? What's my next step? And more power to them. But we got a little bit more pride in Southeast Ohio and what we want to build here. I'm not cool with us going 0-10 and saying, "Oh, didn't work out, I'm done." No, we're gonna dig in here.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to that. We were talking about what are the steps to putting a successful program together, because it's safe to say, I mean, we're just right above ground zero right now, right? Like it's a new program,
100%.
And you were saying you've worked on the external piece.
Correct.
What's the day-to-day looking like right now? Like what is the lift that we're doing now? How heavy is the lift right now?
Yeah, it's a grind. So we're Monday and Friday, 5 to 7 a.m., Tuesday, Thursday. We have 2 separate sessions so their classes don't conflict. Then we bring in Scotty Saunders, who's a great guy in town that, very affluent family that's done an awesome job just supporting us. He comes in, he runs a yoga class at 5 o'clock. For our students, we got them all yoga mats. You can see carriers. Our guys be walking on campus like, hey, yogis, man. So we're taking it serious. Right now, it's a high volume. Week 4, we'll get into some deload stuff. But like this week on Monday, we did bench and we did bench and we did front squat. I want to say it was 12-10-8-8, right? Or 12-10-12, 8-8, something like that. But a high volume set. Then we'll go deload. Then we'll start cutting into some more, some more low rep, high weight schemes.
Does recruiting ever stop?
No, it doesn't stop, and that's kind of the thing.
Have you signed your roster for this year?
No. And recruiting sometimes can be like trying to find a girlfriend when you're really ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially at this point in our program, it's like you're just kind of throwing your fishing.
Especially right
there.
now, February.
And that's the biggest thing that we can do. He won't tell it, but I'll get on the phone with the guy. I'll be like, "Hey, our head coach is a 13-year NFL vet, which NFL stands for not for long. 13 years in NFL, right?
Yeah.
Hall of Fame for Marshall, was an assistant tight ends coach or the tight ends coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, assistant coach at Marshall. He's coached at every level, and he is who he says he is. So many of these college coaches will get you on campus for a recruit day. Yeah. Then you come and you join, you're just another number. They might not even know your name. Like, I went to Moorhead. I went there right after high school in June. We took a June session to get eligible, all those things, just for us to redshirt. But I think I got my nose broke like day one. Our coach called me nose job the rest of the year. Right? Like, he didn't call me by my first name. Like, that goes a long way for a kid. And heck, I might have never played there, whatever it is, but still that impact that those guys made on me, I remember that, right? Whenever I was at Capitol, I can still call my DC at Capitol right now. He'd pick up and be like, "What's going on, boss? How you doing?" We get a beer together. Yeah. Great guy. But football's all about relationships, and Mike Bartram is like the ultimate guy to do that. He's a real deal.
I think a key piece of his resume, man, that could be overlooked, but what I like is, having a kid that's coming up playing. I don't know that he'll ever be good enough to play at the next level, but Mike has also coached. He's been a head coach at a high school.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of you guys have that are on there. And I mean, that to me, knowing every aspect, like you said, man, coaching the pros, he's coached at major D1 and,
So just think about this. Like, you talk about high school football. That is that's a grind. Like, God, they're doing the Lord's work. God bless the people that do that. I spent 4 years doing it, 2 years at Gay Academy, 2 years at Brunswick. And the things that you do for those kids, people don't even realize. A perfect example was we had a recruit on campus. This young man's been through a lot, was a high prep kid out of high school, went to a Power 5 school, has been out a little bit. He hasn't talked to his high school coach in 4 years, okay? You know who drove him down to campus yesterday? His high school coach. I mean, those are the relationships and the lasting impacts that you have on these young men, and you're making nickels and dimes on the hour doing it. I mean, when you boil it down to how much you make at the end of the day, people will say, "Oh, he left Gay Academy to go to Brunswick, get paid more." Get paid more, where's that money at? Right? It's not about the money. It's about how much you can how much of an impact you can have on a larger crowd, right? How many people, whenever it's all said and done, that did you impact, and hopefully you impacted them positively. And some people around the way, it's going to be negative. Not everyone gets along, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got that. You have that opportunity, and I took that for granted a little bit, getting the Guy Academy job at 24 years old, whatever. And I thought I knew everything. I went to Brunswick. You get humbled very quickly, right? Like you don't know everything, and if you're not always growing and evolving, you're gonna get passed up.
Yeah,
I've always thought, I've known a couple of you guys that have taken that job, fairly early in life, and we've talked about it. That is so much to come back to your alma mater, at
that place as well.
At that age.
Yeah,
that's just. That is so much on top of a person.
And first and foremost, thank Adam Clark, the AD there, and thank Craig Wright, for just giving me an opportunity to do that. And I made mistakes. I made mistakes that they could have said, "Hey, you're gone, man."
Sure.
But I don't know how you could have better training though. Man. Just pick you up, throw you in the water, dude. You'll learn how to swim pretty quick.
We were blessed to have some very great kids that came through those 2 years, and we were super talented. And I just found a way not to lose them very many games. The games we lost, it was on me. The games we won, it was those kids, man. 100%. That was a great two groups of kids, and we still have connections, and we talk all the time. But I had an awesome time while we were playing the games. My dad gave me the best piece of advice whenever they approached me about being the head coach, and he said, "Cole, you love football, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I love it more than anything, right?" "Well, if you love coaching, don't be a head coach." Said that to me. You're like, "Dad, what do you know?" You know what I'm saying? What do you know? And he knew it, right? It's difficult. I cannot tell you how much fun I've had working for Mike Bartram the last 4 weeks, whenever the last 4 years have been like stress.
He's a leader.
So hard. He's a leader of men. He makes not only players better,
but now you don't have to make the call, man.
Right.
And there's something to be said for that. It allows a lot more time to focus on, like, I'm sure you guys are already watching film, right?
Yes. It's difficult to watch when we were watching film.
It might not be very pretty, but yeah. But have you guys, have you already started prep like that?
Right. And he brings in his Philadelphia Eagles offensive playbook, and you're looking through it and you're like, what? The next level concepts. And once again, getting back to the type of person he is, we had a kid that was a 0.04 GPA that we're bringing in there to talk to him about potentially, are you going to do the things the right way, or are you going to leave? He's having a conversation. Chad Pennington's calling him. He's letting it ring through. I'm seeing the phone ring, Chad Pennington. I'm like, Coach, you going to answer that? Ignores that to have that conversation with the kid. Nobody is above anyone in his eyes. He really feels that way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's why he'll be successful.
Right. Well, especially, that's ball to a glove right there. Another guy in that community, I don't know if you've met him yet, I'm sure you have, Matt Easter.
Matt Easter's the man. He just won an award at the Chamber we went to. We had to go to the Chamber dinner with President Smith, and Matt Chamber, they say, the number one mayor in the country. I love Matt Easter. He's cousins with one of my good buddies, Jordan Deal. Greg Deal was the head coach at River Valley for a while. Man. One of my favorite guys of all time. And,
Shooter Deal, man.
It's old Shooter, man.
Shout out.
What a great dude. Got me started in football, man.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Matt, I see this. I just get down there to bike, right? And I live closer to down there, so I get down there some. And what Matt Easter's done on his side of things, and then now that Bartram's there, it's got the capability to make Rio maybe one of the coolest cities ever.
It's
because
growing.
Matt Easter is a gamer. If you give him an idea, he's a dog. He'll figure out a way to get it done.
And slight plug, there's a new breakfast restaurant. Jim Blair owns it. It's called Eggs and Things.
I've heard about
catch
this.
Jim Blair at the Swamps a lot. I don't know if he has the Swamp Brothers. Shame on me. I've been there a couple times. But Jim Blair owns this new restaurant, and it is phenomenal.
Eggs and Things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I go there. There's Twinkleberries.
Twinkleberries is great.
I go there all the time.
Get a coffee from there every morning.
Coffee.
Yep.
I even like the Marathon and the Mickey D's down there. I go to all the places.
I go to Clark's Pumping Shop just to hang out with Beanie, man. The guy that's in there, just go hang out.
Well, the thing is, if this program takes off, which I believe it will, you guys repeat this process for 2 or 3 years. To your point, a quick turnaround can happen.
Right.
So, is that what you guys like? Are you kind of like, hey, we're not going to focus on last year?
Not at all. We actually
are you retaining a lot of the players from last year?
We are, and they're good kids. There's
that's what I mean. Do you feel like, hey, man, we can we can make this work.
So let me take up for these guys first. Our kids, a majority of them have been all the way bought in. They've grinded. You got to remember, we didn't, or not we, but they on the last staff didn't recruit a lot of grad transfers, a lot of older into their degree 300 level course type of guys. They're recruiting 18 or 19-year-olds.
Oh, so most of them are young.
They're true freshmen, and they're playing college football. I mean,
it's going to be hard to win.
There's a difference in seventh graders and freshmen. I mean, there's a big time difference in an 18-year-old kid and a 23-year-old guy, man, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a big difference. So we're developing a lot of those guys. And then my goal has been to bring 15 transfers in, and we're almost at that threshold right now. I mean, we brought some guys in that have Division I, Division II experience, some guys that were all conference at the Division III level. So we're bringing in guys that can play football, and they're either local or they're connections that I had from Northeast Ohio or Coach Bartram has from Marshall. And that's important that we get guys that already have some game experience there to, supplement some weaknesses
and then buy into the culture, right?
Right.
And then now, like in recruiting now, God, it's changed so much the way they're doing things and the new environment. I mean, it's lawless. Anybody can go anywhere, right? But like, how do you come in and make yourself a factor in that space?
Yeah.
I mean, because there's so much noise in the space, man.
So let me give you a story, and this might kind of tell you all you need to hear. Austin Bisher's got Ashland, Tiffin, some PWOs at the Division I level.
Yeah.
He's third all time in the state of Ohio, 6'4". He's skinny as a rail, but he can spin it. I mean, he's got way live arm talent. And we call Dad. We say, hey, what's it going to take for this visit to go the way we answer all your questions. We got him a Jackson County veal, a ski pop, and we say, let's go, man. Like back to his back to his Wellston Roost. Next time we'll put a pickle and mustard on that. It's Granny's veal from Jackson County, and we sit down and we have some real authentic conversations with him. And we shoot it to him straight. We tell him exactly what we think is going to be their career at Rio Grande. Like we want Austin to come in and compete, and hopefully he develops and puts some weight on, and he's going to be able to compete.
Yeah.
So tell me, what academically, what are some of the hot buttons that you're seeing these kids going into school for right now? Are you seeing a lot of business degrees?
Business,
that's kind of a catch-all, I guess. That's a good degree to have.
Right, business, any type of sports. If it's sports exercise, kind of prior to being a PT or a chiropractic or some of those things, even just being an athletic trainer.
You can get that out of the way down there.
Right, they do that. Business is a big thing. Education programs obviously solid. Nursing. That's kind of hard. It conflicts with football. Obviously getting deeper into your courses. It's difficult to do the shadowing and all those things, but. Some great programs. I mean, I'm taking coaching leadership. That was part of the package that I got. I'm taking a master's degree right now in coaching leadership, and it's awesome. They're very flexible. It's all online. I mean, it's a campus that it's at the students' disposal. Like, they want to see their students do well. If they don't, I mean,
it sounds to me like it's a very well kept secret. Right now, man.
For sure.
That's getting out.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
But so. Like back to that, we're bringing in some JUCO guys, some transfers, things like that. But is the lifeblood of recruiting still in bringing in those seniors from high school? Like, is that still the bread and butter, or has that shifted to
for us? It is for the D1s, the P4s, G4s, FCS even at these points, because FCS getting a lot of bounce back guys, right? That are too good, quote unquote, to play D2 or D3 or AI, right? So we recruit high school kids because we want to show they're valued. Like, obviously we're only 4 weeks in, so we're a little bit late to the game, but we're going to be super early on these 2027s. Like, we just offered a quarterback from Gallia that I think he's going to be a good player. Grandpa's the late great Gene Canada, who
absolutely,
the butt kicker. I mean, come on, one of the toughest guys. They don't make them like him anymore. No one's going to bars just to get in fights now. What I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So we're offering kids like that, and then you go in and you get an Austin Bisher, you get a Quincy Rogers, whose dad's the head basketball coach at Euclid and has 3 state championships under his belt. You get guys that want to compete, right? And that's our biggest thing. Do you want to compete? Do you want to get better? Does the title of NAIA scare you? Does it make you feel like you don't want to do that? We want to talk to guys that just want to play ball. Like, there's players that will go to Ohio State to walk on, never sniff the field, be a practice squad guy, and that's great. 10. That's fine. But won't you come here and play, man? Won't you come here and play? If you really love playing football, let's do it.
Yeah.
What about tell me about the schedule? Like who's the rival? Who's the king of the throne? I mean,
I'd say Pikeville and Georgetown right now have really good programs going in Kentucky. Pikeville and Georgetown, Kentucky.
Okay.
We've got, this is something else that's super cool about our program. Valparaiso reached out, wanted to play us. Money wasn't right, so it didn't happen. West Liberty right now is reaching out and essentially wants to play us for that week 2 game.
West Virginia.
West Virginia. Rich Rod, man, that might be one that
West
Rich Rod
Virginia, West Lib.
No, they haven't. West Lib has. West Liberty. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so West Liberty, those schools.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. So D2, 1AAs, those schools are want to come play us. And at the end of the day, we want to be competitive.
They played Ferris State.
They played Ferris State, right? And I mean, it was
Jesus.
Their
schedule last year was brutal.
But then Ferris State gives you $60,000 to go up
there. You go.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And we've seen it all the time. I mean, at the FCS level, like Appalachian State beat Michigan that year, right? Or Marshall beating Notre Dame a couple years ago.
If you're in it, you can win it, man.
Hey, any given Sunday, one of the best movies ever. It's the truth. Any given Saturday morning, anyone can beat anyone.
Well, at Ferris State, I mean that's a program, right?
Oh my God, they've won the national championship right for the last 5 years.
Coach Anisi was a stellar Michigan high school coach originally, has kind of a different path to being a college head coach, was at 3 different high schools, was really successful at a couple of those, went to the JUCO route, was a successful JUCO college coach, and then finally got that Ferris State job. They've won 2 national championships in a row. They recruit their tails off. You just saw Chambliss was the quarterback at Ole Miss for Lane Kiffin and all that good stuff, and he best player potentially in college football, right?
He came from Ferris State.
Ferris State. Yeah. He's the starting quarterback at Ferris State.
Do you see Rio doing that? Like, do you see it kind of being a place where guys can come, be seen, maybe let their body develop a couple years? We talk about that a lot, how like, you see a lot of kids like, you see them graduate, and let's just say they're 6'1" or, and 175 pounds. Mm-hmm. Then you go see that kid whenever he's 20.
Yeah. Now he's 6'4".
And now he's 6'4", 230, and you're thinking, man, you were like 2 months away.
He might have went to the Wells McDonald's and got, something, but yeah.
Well, a lot of those kids are just late,
they're late bloomers.
And I mean, heck, now there's such a game to be played with ages and stuff.
Yeah.
Why not even play it at that level? Like, I think he's still got some growing to do before we get committed here. Let's just go down here and grow.
100%. That's our goal. And now we don't necessarily approach the recruiting process to a senior and say, hey, why don't you come here for a year or two?
No, of course not.
But we will. I mean, we will, and that's a realistic thing, right? It's going to happen, and that's good. If we can get them for a year or two and we develop them, that's phenomenal.
Let me ask you this, Cole. Like when you brought up there the NCAA versus NAIA or something like that, NAIA might scare kids off. Or what? Like, is there a difference? Is there a looser academic standard for eligibility in NAIA, and can that be an advantage?
Not necessarily. So you have to have above a 2.0 and 24 credit hours passed if you're not qualifying from high school.
Okay.
So it can be difficult, and we are facing some eligibility issues with kids that were there the first semester. So you can't just go in your room and it's legitimate, right? And there's ways to, supplement classes and get them there for maybe a second 8 weeks. And we'll do whatever we can to make sure kids are getting eligible, but we don't want to go the route where we're putting them in 5 online courses and they're not getting a real degree with an accredited. Like, that's not what our goal is. Our goal is to make sure our kids' butts are in seats, because at private universities, when it's 17-to-1 faculty to student ratio, dude, they're people too. Just show up, sit.
Hey, listen.
What's going on? You'll get a C. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What's the whenever you say 24 credit hours, that you don't mean? What do you mean
to transfer in? Correct.
To transfer in,
Explain that to
play.
Me. So, I know whenever you take let's just say you take 16 credit hours that semester, what those would transfer, or you would have to have at least that on. You wouldn't have to take 24. Sure.
No, you wouldn't. That's what the 24 would be. What we would look for if you had a GPA that was under a 2. So you would
okay.
Right.
So if you're coming out of high school with a 3.0 or even a 2.7,
but if you're coming out of high school and you have a 0.04, you're gonna have to get credit hours.
And how would you go about doing that? Just start early.
Summer courses, put them in summer courses, put them in 8 credit hours in summer courses, and put them in 16.
Well, and it's
freshman,
probably,
they redshirt, boom, they're there.
Probably an advantage also would be, the community college piece there, where you could get those hours done.
So you could bring them in to play football with a 0.04 GPA.
As long as they get into the university, correct.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to get accepted to the university for sure.
Based off of what?
High school transcripts.
But if you're a 0.04.
I don't know how it works, man.
But if as far as NAIA standard, though, if Rio says they are eligible to come to school,
right,
then they are eligible. They are eligible
by
to play.
NAIA standards. Yeah, it's our job to get them eligible by NAIA standards.
Okay,
right? Yeah.
and like so from high school, is that NAIA standard lower than an NCAA standard as far as like test scores or something?
It depends on what the university is going to accept.
Okay. The university has much more to say about it then,
right?
Because like I know. I also play at Capital.
Yeah.
And
let's go Cap fan. Man.
Yeah, man.
You ever go to the Zig?
Huh? Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
Do I look like a guy that goes to the Zig?
How's the Zig?
Yeah.
I put hot sauce on my popcorn, man. Still for the Zigs.
And I'll tell you, man, I'm still pissed off that they're the Comets now. I wasn't a fan of that.
I just didn't. I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And more power to them.
Yeah, go get it.
Yeah.
But we anyway, like I know there, at least back when if you were eligible to go to school at Capital, if Capital didn't, basically say, hey, pal, you're out, you were eligible to play football.
Yeah. And I don't
You just
know
had to work
exactly.
out with the coaches and things like that.
I'll have to be a little bit more well-versed next time I come, if I ever come again, or just talking to you guys whenever I'm sure I'll see you here soon, and just give you the exact.
Well, I mean, no big deal. I was looking for, is there a recruiting advantage to NAIA as opposed to NCAA?
I just think so much how the NCAA has been screwing up lately, right? They haven't made it about the kids. The NIL is way out of hand.
Oh my
all out of
goodness.
sorts.
That's going to be hard to. That's going to be hard to rectify right
Yes.
there. They've created. I mean, I'm all for it.
They've opened Pandora's box,
Yeah.
and it's going to be tough to get the genie back in the bottle on that one.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do is obviously give them somewhere they feel like family and be there for a couple of years. Like, come on, man!
you
Like,
need
build a
kids that
relationship and be
love
there.
football.
Yeah, and love the area. That's our biggest thing.
Yeah.
The one thing, and this is not speaking negative, I will not speak negative of anyone. One thing that was lacking was trust from local high school coaches. Like I said, me and Andy Hall's relationship. Robbie Woodward's a big brother to me, one of my mentors, Guy Academy guy.
Mike's got that.
He's got the right. Like Mike was the head coach at Megs.
He knows all these.
I know all these guys, right? And we call them and we say, hey.
Yeah.
We like this kid.
Power move.
And we'll tell them we got good enough relationships with them, and we'll say, hey, we don't like this kid. No hard feelings, whatever it is, but how can you help us get the one we do like, right?
Yeah.
And they've gone above and beyond, right?
They'll work with you,
above
man.
and beyond.
Yeah. No, Mike's relationship. I mean, like I said, power move on Rio's part.
Oh yeah.
What?
Correct.
It's a ball to a glove, man. I mean, it's just that fits. I mean, that is just a perfect fit.
Well,
I
think it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see, and I really look forward to watching you guys. Move on to. I'm going to try to get down to that spring game. Bring my son.
We
down there
talked about
that.
last year. Going down that last year. I was our last year in Pee Wee. So Saturdays was pretty well shot, but there was the many days you guys were up on the hill and we were down at the bottom, but I just never did get up there. Yeah. There's an Oak Hill boy playing there.
Yep, Andy Meldick. He works his tail off. He's a really good kid.
Yeah, he had a great year last year.
And he played for Coach Kratz. Coach Kratz is an awesome guy.
Yep. I'm glad to hear there's a lot of those guys, and they're coming back.
They
got to be excited too.
Oh, they're fired up. I mean, there's some Paint Valley kids. Carson Free's a Paint Valley guy as a receiver. Probably 6'4", 6'5", and just untapped potential, man.
Well, see, that's the thing. I mean, you can't overlook the fact. I know they didn't have a great record this year, but there had to be some development, man. You got guys lifting in a college program. Their bodies are getting older, stronger.
Our job is to provide a good college experience for them.
Sure,
and for whatever reason. The fact of the matter was that was not the case last year, right?
Sure.
I mean, that is what it is. And our job is to make sure they enjoy it. They feel like they have a coach's office they can go to and they can connect with us. They can sit down, they can ask us questions, and we can be honest with them.
Yeah.
They're not worried about financially, oh, coach, you told me this, you told me that. No, right? We're going to be straight shooters. We're going to make sure we lay everything out. We're going to be detailed. We're going to be focused. We're going to have things planned out months in advance. They're going to have a blueprint of what it takes to be successsul. And at the end of the day, it is their experience, so it's going to be on them. To follow through on those things, right?
Yeah. You remind me that the way you describe the opportunity is very similar to Ethan Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ethan, he's at, I'm sure
Ethan's at Denison, right?
Or Denison, yeah. And I mean, he says the same way, like, hey, this is for the right person.
Yep.
That person is out there, and I mean, man, what an opportunity it is for these kids down in this part of the country.
Right. Oh, I'm so glad to see it, Carter. Cole, I thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm telling you, man.
I've watched your career. Really, I loved your dad. Got along with him great. Then I've seen you around here and there.
He was part of that ass whipping you guys gave me in wiffle ball that time too.
He can play, man. He can swing it.
Hey, buddy, the Foodland softball team.
I got that. I got the varsity jacket.
The Carter brothers, the Layton brothers, the Steve Little was in that.
Little, right?
Yeah, I mean, those guys were dominant. Did you used to get drug around all those fields?
That's the reason. That's something that I'm very fortunate of. My cousin's Randy Layton. Obviously, Randy was a super successful Jackson coach and potentially has one of the greatest wins in Jackson football history, beating Cincinnati with them.
That was an 8 seed and they were phenomenal. 1. Yeah, phenomenal.
The quarterback went to Ball State. I mean, everyone as a coach has a different temperament. And what I know is my cousin Randy, good old Pooh Bear, hug Randy, go watch the state championship games with him. And then I'll hear stories. They're like, man, he was SOB. Randy? Yeah. Randy was?
He met me at the hash one time, grabbed me by the face mask and said, if that guy gets by you again, your fat ass will sit the bench.
Yeah. But he just the guys like that, Gene Layton, obviously Gene was a basketball player at Jackson. Yeah. Those guys would have me around, and they're playing small stake poker games with a dime or a penny or whatever, and I'm sitting there in a corner just counting cards or trying to help people out, and they did awesome things for me. And I'll say one thing about my dad. My dad didn't have a super successful run as a high school head coach, but the fact that he stayed the 4 years and didn't quit on those kids
says something.
I was going to say, man,
to him,
I think you got to be careful when you say it wasn't successful, man. Right. Because if you look at the cards he was dealt and what he was dealing with,
the SOL playing Jackson and Logan, and
it was a very difficult situation to build in.
Right. And my trajectory, my path was very foreign and probably wasn't expected. I mean, I was a county school kid growing up. My dad was super anti-Gallipolis City Schools. He was a Gallipolis City Schools an assistant guy and was super anti. Ended up moving in there for athletics and those things, and then really graduated college in 2020, which was the COVID year. So they sent me home. All they did was send me a freaking keychain in the mail after paying for private school rates at Capital University.
There you go. Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I had some guys on the hook. I planned on staying in college and being a GA or being a positions or restricted earnings guy. And I needed a job because everyone canceled their seasons in that fall. Yeah. Besides the Power Fours that have that much money and all that stuff to do it. And I needed a job. So I sent my resume in to Craig Wright. I was an assistant coach there for a couple of years. And then they eventually went to me and they said, hey, would you want to be the head coach? And got it. And the rest is history. I mean, it's crazy.
It's crazy awesome, man. How the Lord works. I'll tell you this, man, with your dad, I got to make this point is, yes, his record was not great at River Valley, but I'm going to tell you, if Larry Carter couldn't win there, nobody, and that could win there. Like I don't know that you can put that on
high school. No one has been successful. Maybe 1 or 2 years. The thing about high school football and what I learned and why I'm really excited to get into college, and I'm not taking anything away from programs that do it year after year, but it is very cyclical. Right? Especially around here. And once again, I'm not saying, I was in Cleveland as Division I. No, football's football. Speed of the game changed a little bit. Size changed a little bit. But down here, you can have 3 or 4 guys and find ways to be successful.
Oh, my.
Right?
Yeah.
You get into that Division I level, Division II, you got to be strong across the board. If not, they're going to exploit your weakness. There's too many dudes. And every week, you're going to see a 4-star or a 5-star. This kid's going to A&M. This kid's going to Clemson. It's crazy.
That this year, man. Boy, we faced some monsters.
Right. Oh, yeah. That kid from Trace is a player, man.
Oh, my.
Clemson.
He's a player.
Yeah.
Right?
So what would you say, Cole, like in wrapping this up, what do you tell a young, Jackson High School kid, Gallia Academy kid, River Valley, Wellston? What do you tell a kid that's a sophomore, junior that wants to play college football? What is it that Kole Carter wants to see at the University of Rio Grande? Like what advice do you give these guys?
I think it's being realistic with them, sitting them down and saying, I was you, and I was you. Mike was you. Mike was obviously a lot more successful prep player than what I was, but we were you. And if I had this opportunity just to go and visit and have a chance to be around family, right, be a chance to make your community proud and somewhere they can come and watch you, why not take it instead of going $100,000 in debt or trying to walk
Sure.
on and try your luck when you can come get some film and do whatever
Mom
you have to
can
do.
bring
But,
you biscuits.
I mean, I think
That's right.
Mom can still do your laundry.
right, Bob
Yeah.
Evans down on the farm. Like, we got a lot of things that we can promote. And I think the biggest thing is just letting them know we're not from 7 hours away. You know, I'm from right here. I'm in this neck of the woods. I know every holler and back row probably in this area, right? Probably too many of them. And it's like,
Yeah.
hey, you know, we understand where you're coming from. You might not have had all the resources a kid from Central Ohio or Northeast Ohio had. But if you got a passion and love for the game, we're going to give you that experience. We're going to make sure it's ran the real way. I mean, it's going to be real deal, high level, just like what an NFL or a college program's ran. Like, you're going to get a top-notch experience. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Man, that's awesome. I'll tell you, man, if there's anything that the Chubby Guys can do for you guys, you just let us know, man.
You got me this hat.
Hey, thank you for the shirt.
Thank you for the shirts. Guy brought in some gorgeous shirts.
I'll be
If you're
rocking
late,
that.
my dad always told me if you're going to be late, you better bring something in
That's
hand.
all right. That's all right. Yeah, no, that'll
That's
get
something
worn.
for you guys.
That'll get worn. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Hey,
We'll
thank
see
you very
maybe
much.
even closer to season. Maybe we'll give you a shout.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of stay in touch there.
Yeah.
as
Without
you
a
guys
doubt.
build.
Yeah.
Okay,
You got my
great.
cell, text me, call me. If you guys are on campus ever and you want to check it out,
Yeah.
we're in the office from 5 a.m. to freaking
10 p.m.
late.
Well,
So,
we
hey,
might
we're
come
cutting
down
in.
there and film
Yeah.
something sometime if
Yeah.
you're
Come
cool
hang
with
out,
that.
man.
So,
Come
yeah,
hang out
yeah.
and whatever we can do for you guys, we love to be an asset and a resource, and just excited for this program to be where we think it can be. Right?
Oh,
I think my biggest thing and why I even came back, you know, I beat it back and forth with Coach Bartram, and it's like, wait a second, this is where we're from, right? This is where we're from, and it's easy to be the guy that steps back and say, oh, that sucks, and laugh at it, or oh, that's not going to be successful. Well, what are you doing about it?
Yeah, man, roll your sleeves
go
up.
do
Let's go.
something about it. Let's cut
Yeah.
our teeth and let's make this program successful. And like I said, it's no option for us but to be successful.
That's
and
right.
Yeah.
if it doesn't go right, it doesn't go right. And I'll be at Thurman in a I'll be good.
I don't think that's going to happen, man. But I'll tell you what, I certainly, we wish you all the best.
I know
And
it.
we'll be here watching, and we can't wait.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys. And you guys have a phenomenal setup here,
Oh,
man.
thanks, man. It's going
Thanks,
to get
man.
better. It's getting ready to get an overhaul. All right. Hey, check us out. Like and
Check us
subscribe.
out. Take care.
See you.